Here come the Packers. I promised him a song. Hey, thank God for tall liquor bottles that can hold our notes up so we can read them. Here we go. The NFC North. This is Steve Brown.
Electric Football's NFC North preview. Packers, Lions, Vikings, Bears are my picks. Here's why. Aaron Rodgers with Eddie Lacy and a good offensive line, sort of missing a center right now, but a very good offensive line could be scary. They may become more of a grounded pound team than they've been in a long time, but you still have the amazing accuracy of Aaron Rodgers. You have Jordy Nelson to catch the over-the-top passes. They need a healthy season out of Clay Matthews. They need to generate a pass rush. They need to get off the field on third downs, which they failed to do miserably last year. But I still like them as the class of the division.
Don't disagree at all.
Detroit, the question really comes down to the coaching change. Was Jim Schwartz allowing the prisoners to run the jail? Will Jim Caldwell change that? Because they have talent. My goodness, they are loaded with talent. The question is, can Matthew Stafford be as accurate as his former center in high school? Do you happen to know who his former center in high school was?
I don't, Steve. Who was that?
Clayton Kershaw.
Seriously?
Centered for Matthew Stafford because evidently Stafford had the better arm and Kershaw knew that he wasn't going to win the QB job. So I thought that was pretty fascinating.
That is fascinating.
But you've got weapons all over the place on offense. You've got a rugged defensive line that can stop the run. There's no reason that the Lions can't be second in this division. Brings me to another huge coaching change. Hopefully Mike Zimmer is a gigantic upgrade for us, though I cannot stand, and I think you might appreciate this, the fact that Norv Turner is going to be running our offense.
Oh, yeah, he's been so great.
He's living off of the 1990s Cowboys and Michael Irvin pushing off of everybody.
Right.
Quite frankly, it's disappointing because I expect a very ho-hum, not very inventive offense. And we've got weapons. Matt Castle is going to start. Hopefully Teddy Bridgewater is coming along.
I hope so.
The talk is that he's overanalyzing things and that the game's a little big for him right now. So maybe he does need a little time behind Matt Castle, who is a solid.
He shouldn't kill you.
Right. He's a game manager, if you will. But he has Cordell Patterson. He's got Kyle Rudolph. He's got AP to hand off to, which is, as long as he's healthy, is the quarterback's best friend. So we need a big year out of Anthony Barr on defense. We need Captain Munnerlyn and Harrison Smith to come back and give us a resemblance of a secondary. But I don't see any reason why we won't be an improved team this year. We're not going to be a playoff team. We're not going to be great, but I do see us coming in third in the division. And finally, we move to the Bears. Big bet on Jay Cutler. Josh McCown is off to the Bucks. He's got two trees out there just pulling passes down from above in Alshon and Brandon. And Matt Forte, as long as he stays healthy, is a big friend. Do you know where Jay Cutler is from?
Tuscaloosa.
Santa Claus, Indiana.
Wow.
There is actually a Santa Claus, Indiana.
Okay.
Jared Allen, does he have one more season of elite pass rushing in him? The Bears need that to be a yes. They have a weak secondary in a division with two top quarterbacks and some amazing wide receivers in this division. Yeah. So I dropped the Bears to last. Stu?
I've got the Packers. As long as Rodgers is a quarterback, I can't see them losing this division, period, just like Brady in the East. I've got it differently, though. I think the Bears are similar to the Lions as far as their offensive talent. I think defensively the Lions are better, but they just never seem to put it together. So I'm not going to get high on the Lions, even though I think they should be in the playoffs every year with the caliber of the talent that they have on that roster overall, spread over. But I just like Alshon Jeffrey, Brandon Marshall, pulling passes over a very weak secondary of the Lions to push them ahead. And I sadly, until your Vikings start doing something, I'm taking them last. I like Teddy Bridgewater. I didn't realize, that was the coach's perception of him. So, and I'll give you that. He's coming out of Louisville, which is not a superpower, but he was a very good quarterback. And I've watched a couple of his drives in preseason, and I like what he can do. And I think he gives them, with those weapons, a lot of chances. I just don't think in year one. So I've got it: Packers, Bears, Lions, Vikings.
Real quick, I was watching the draft. They announced Anthony Barr as the first-round pick, and I'm depressed. I'm making a ice cream beer float, and I go to sleep. I wake up the next day, and I find out we got Bridgewater, who, when it came down to the college game and what they did on the field was the clear number one, and then somehow he lost it in the whole draft process. I'm hoping that he proves the draft process is kind of a joke. It's what you do on the field, not the 40 you run, or that you wore a helmet during your passing workout. So come on, Teddy, we need you.
That's true.
Anyway, that's just my little Viking rant, and that is the Electric Football NFC North preview.
We'll be right back with the NFC South. If I can figure this out. It's not stopping.